Welcome back to Melissa Talks, where we talk all things uniquely you, all the feels, fall edition. In today's episode, I am looking at community action in times of crisis. Unfortunately, our nation has been under attack and it has come from within, right? We are thinking about ways to respond when the government has shut down. We do understand that they are looking to strike a deal here very soon, hopefully to reopen, but SNAP benefits have been affected. So, how can communities respond when SNAP benefits are suspended and government shutdowns disrupt essential services? So overall, I usually do not go the route of politics, as I have said in my very initial recording episode, that is something that I usually stay away from. And I still am, even in this moment. But overall, I cannot sit by and not at least bring some sort of call to action to all of my listeners out there. If you have had the opportunity to have an ear to what's going on, be one that unfortunately might be affected, or know someone who is being affected, we know we cannot sit by idly. We have to help in some sort of way. So, overall, we want to be mindful of what is happening. So, a little bit of background about what has been taking place over the past couple of months and even weeks now. When it comes to SNAP, we do know that this is supplemental nutrition assistance program that looks to serve low income families, even our senior citizens, those who are disabled, and that includes our veterans. Overall, this shutdown has halted funding for SNAP, WIC, and other federal programs. Some real stories that we've heard include single mothers who have been unable to buy groceries. When it comes to federal workers who have been furloughed without pay, even the ones who are still working. We know that our TSA workers are still working without pay, and they have not seen a paycheck now for months. Even senior citizens who might not be able to afford meals. When it comes to Meals on Wheels, that too is being affected as it is part of our federal programs. And when it comes to medications as well, not being able to afford that. Overall, you may say, I'm not being affected. I don't know anybody who's being affected, but overall, you are. Because when we look at it, it is a ripple effect. Increased demand on food, thereby raising prices of foods that you look to pay for. And so that is a ripple down trickle effect that we all can be experiencing. Another thing that it can look to affect school meal choices and programs. We do understand that a lot of children are under the free or reduced lunch programs. That is being affected. Local charities are being stretched. Even food banks are being stretched. We recently here where I live had emergency food distributions that were planned at different locations just to be able to help this unfortunate crisis that has happened in our nation. And so we do know that many states still continue to allow for SNAP benefits to be released. And recently, the Supreme Court blocked that action, has asked that they stop. It is my hope that this will be overturned and reversed very soon. So, some immediate community responses. I will encourage everybody who's listening to donate. Donate shelf stable foods, volunteer your time, which is what my family and I are going to do and doing. Organize neighborhood drives where you live. Local businesses can look to, if you have a food or place, a grocery store or a restaurant, you can look to give free meals to others. Maybe in the grocery store, take the time to pay for somebody, right? Pay for their food. Be a blessing in some way that you can. Various schools, of course, we know are doing different things to be able to help their students that may be dealing with these types of effects. So again, meal programs are being done, even offering school hours beyond the normal school time frames. just to be able to support the parents and families during this time. Many faith-based organizations allowing with are providing emergency funds, also providing emergency food distributions. As I mentioned, local places here have partnered with many of our faith-based organizations or churches to be able to allow for something like that to take place. And so overall, some things that we can look to do again, get on social media. If you're one person who likes to get on social media, you have a group of persons that look to follow you, listen to you, get on there and coordinate some help. Find out who needs the help and where it can be, given. Identify those needs. Look to share various places that are currently donating food, places that may need volunteers. Be mindful of any town hall discussions that would look to brainstorm solutions that can look to impact your neighborhood or your community that's being affected. Overall, find support groups, find places that's helped to share food, rides, childcare, you name it. All the things that are lacking currently and how they can be supported. If you have the time and the opportunity, write your local representatives, letting them know that we need SNAP and emergency funding restored as soon as possible to be able to help those who need it. When it comes to your various organizations, Feeding America has multiple organizations that are in different states and local cities to be able to help with food distribution. There's also anti-poverty coalitions and even No Kid Hungry campaigns that can be done as well. So keep that in mind. And we do understand that not everyone, and I have to, think about those people who are more skeptical, regarding SNAP benefits. Not every person is abusing SNAP benefits, right? We do understand that some people do not properly utilize them as they should, but that is not the majority. So we can't be skeptical of those few people versus the masses that truly utilize those benefits as they should be used. And so I really want to make sure I mention that here. And again, keep that skepticism at bay, okay? And so overall, Thanksgiving is coming up here. I'm so excited because I do enjoy Thanksgiving. I don't like the history surrounding it, but I do love the fact that it brings families together to give thanks to God. And that is what we look to do in our household as it relates to Thanksgiving. So look to organize or even contribute meal kits for families that might be in need when it comes to this weather. If you listen to last week's episode, you'll understand that it has a mind of its own, right? And so up and down, making sure that we have our family members and even people who don't have maybe coats and blankets. Maybe look to have a coat and blanket drive, right? To be able to help our clients and people who might need assistance in this aspect. So at shelters, at schools, making sure you're looking to maybe organize something like that. Holiday programs, we do understand Adopt a Family is always something that's out there that looks to provide gifts and meals and essentials to those who are in need. We understand that many churches and organizations might have various programs and even events that looks to provide gifts to children, Christmas gifts to children who may not have the ability to receive anything during that time frame. And so I know our local church is doing something like that, and we are always participating in that and being a blessing. Even community dinners, no one should go hungry during the holidays. And so if you have the opportunity to donate or be a part of something like that, go ahead and do so. And as I close here, just a brief recap here. When systems fail, communities rise. And that is what this is all about. Taking the time to check on your neighbors, share what you can, speak up for those who are unheard, and do your part to be able to help. Overall, we don't have to do everything, but we can all do something. This is Melissa Talks, where we talk all things uniquely you. Until next time, bye.